Alright, so what's going on, guys? My name's Chopper, and today, guys, we're going to be discussing if the Apothicon Servant upgrade in Shadows of Evil is still in existence and if it can still be activated. Now, the gameplay you guys are going to be seeing in this video is a little bit older, but it is indeed of the upgraded Apothicon Servant in Shadows of Evil because it did exist at one point. You could upgrade this through a glitch, and a lot of people were not around Black Ops 3 to see this because it was patched in the game very, very quickly. I believe this was only available for about 2 weeks online, and then it was quickly taken down after. Now, it is still available to be upgraded if you play on local without any updates to the game whatsoever. This can still be done, but it is very, very hard to do now. It's literally impossible to be done online, and this is the only known way actually how to activate it. That very topic about upgrading it online is what we're going to be discussing today. So we have some crazy stuff to talk about, and if you guys do end up enjoying this video, or if you do find this interesting, be sure to drop a like. We are going to aim for 115 likes on this video, of course, and I would really, really appreciate that. Now, really quickly, I'm going to break down the entire history of this upgraded Apothicon Servant in Shadows of Evil. When the map first dropped and when the game first came out, this was able to be upgraded through a glitch where you could switch weapons by the Pack-a-Punch machine, and when the prompt came up, the Apothicon Servant would go into the upgrade and come out, and you'd have it automatically Pack-a-Punch. But you didn't have to do any steps prior to that, like how you do in Revelations, where you got to collect all of the blue crystals around the map. You did not have to do anything. There were literally zero prerequisites to upgrading this Apothicon Servant in Shadows of Evil. All you had to do was glitch it into the Pack-a-Punch machine, take it out, and you're good to go. But then, after they patched it and you can no longer do the glitch, people were saying, well, okay, this is able to be upgraded somehow because we've already played with the weapon, but we don't really know how to do it, so let's go hunting for some steps. Well, weeks and weeks went by and then turned into months and months, and still not a single step going towards this Apothicon Servant has been found. We thought that we had maybe a few leads, but nothing ever really came to fruition or came out of it. And then when some data miners and some PC diggers got into the files of the game, they thought that they had found something, or perhaps maybe the first step to upgrading this Apothicon Servant legitimately within Shadows of Evil. And this talked about finding a cocoon around the map. And we thought the cocoons were like very related to the pods, but we didn't really know how to work them. Maybe you had to get some sort of special piece out of it, and we weren't really sure because, you know, these pods only give you a very limited amount of stuff. You get the Margot Tentacle, you can get some max ammos, you can get some extra rocket blast for your shield, really just very basic stuff, and nothing ever happened with these pods, so we were looking for something different and more along the lines of a cocoon. So this basically re-sparked the community to go and hunt for this Apothicon Servant upgrade again, and we hunted for a little while but burned out quickly because there was nothing able to be discovered. Nothing even remotely related to something looking like a cocoon was ever found within Shadows of Evil, and then the community sort of gave up, and we kind of put this Apothicon Servant upgrade to rest finally for Shadows of Evil. And then we got Revelations. Of course, we were able to upgrade in that, so they did kind of satisfy the community a little bit, but it's still a mystery as to why we can't upgrade it within this map. Fast forward to today, and very recently some PC diggers have gotten the actual files for Shadows of Evil and can look into all the assets and elements within the map, and they have found where the cocoons were supposed to be, what they look like, the actual models for it, and they do exist. I'm going to show you guys some pictures right here. Taking a look at these pods right here, these little cocoons that we have, you might recognize these from another game, but these are the pods that are in discussion, that what we're talking about. But if these look familiar to you, if you've played Call of Duty Ghosts Extinction, take a look at these. These are quite literally the exact same model for those pods. Another picture we have of the pods is right here, and we almost have this, what looks like the Apothicon egg from Revelations. And when you go and collect these for the Easter egg, does this not look like, I mean, obviously less texturized, but does not look like a bigger version just of the Apothicon eggs that we're collecting in that map? That's what I thought about the first time I saw that, but you can see that the pods do exist and they are within the files. What I believed what happened at one point was these cocoon models that we have within the files of Shadows of Evil were the very first step to the upgrade on the Apothicon Servant, because this was meant to be a thing at the very beginning of the game because it was installed on disk, but for some reason it was removed later in a patch and it was cut out. So why is that? I don't think it has anything to do with game balance. People say that in Revelations the map is too easy because when you upgrade the Apothicon Servant you are literally invincible as long as you have ammo with it, and if that had been the case, all they had to do was nerf the Apothicon Servant. They didn't have to completely take out the upgrade and take out all the steps, you know, leading up to it as well. So there had to be a different reason why Treyarch cut this out of the game. I honestly really don't know for sure, but one of my predictions was that maybe these pods weren't working correctly and the upgrade was extremely glitchy, and maybe they just didn't want to patch it in and refix everything because the game came out so late, or, you know, this patch came out late to just completely remove the upgrade on the Apothicon Servant. Maybe they just didn't want to fix it. I honestly have no other explanation for why this Easter egg would be cut out of the game. If it was already already pretty much done, all the models had been in, and you know, everything, all the gameplay elements had been in place, then I seriously don't understand why it would be removed. But on the other side of the coin, I also know there's a lot of people that still believe that the Apothicon Servant upgrade still exists within Shadows of Evil. We just haven't been able to find it, and it's a very, very hard Easter egg. Now, as much as I would love to believe that, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but even Blundell himself said that the Apothicon Servant is not upgradable in Shadows of Evil, and he was kind of hinting towards that it's upgradable in another map, which was, of course, Revelations, as we came to find out. But in Shadows of Evil, I just truly don't think anymore that we're going to be able to upgrade this. I believe it was cut out of the game, similarly how a lot of other Easter eggs were cut out of the game in Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3. There was a lot of stuff that was removed. I feel like this just happened to be one of them. Now, regardless of us finding, you know, the cocoons within the files of the game and the assets and that sort of stuff, I don't think that it's in the final build within the patch notes that we have. I just don't believe it exists anymore, even though that the old things are still technically within the game, but I feel like they're just left over and they're non-activatable. But if you guys do want to go hunt for this Apothicon Servant Easter egg, by all means, I say go for it, because honestly, I could be completely wrong about this. These are strictly my predictions and my opinions about if this thing is still available or not. Truly, I don't think it is anymore, but if there's people out there who have their heart set on upgrading this Apothicon Servant again and finding how you do it, then there you go. You know what you're looking for now. You need to find those pods that we just showed in the pictures. Look very similar to the Extinction one, and if you do actually end up finding anything legit, you're gonna absolutely blow up in the zombies community and go down as a legend. So I'm just letting you guys know that right now. I don't think I'm gonna be hunting for this anymore, but if you guys want to do it, by all means, go for it. But anyway, guys, that is gonna be it for today. Thank you everybody so much for watching the video. If you guys did enjoy this, be sure to drop a like, and let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section down below. Do you believe this still exists or not? And within, like, you know, the current build of the game, do you think that it is still somehow able to be upgraded? We just have not found it yet after all these years, or after, you know, this basically year and a half of the zombies community hunting on this map on disc. So anyway, guys, before I let you guys go, I have something on a more serious note I need to talk to you guys about and get your opinions on, because I need to know what to do from here. Basically, if you guys don't know what's going on with YouTube, a lot of people have been talking about this, so I'm sure most of you guys are in the loop. But if you're not already, basically there was an article that came out, and it was blaming YouTube and its advertisers for putting monetization on like extremist content, and it was funding terrorists and that sort of stuff. And whether this is true or not, I really don't know, because there has been speculation that this entire thing was fake, and what it's doing is causing, at least anyway, is companies to pull out of advertising on YouTube. A lot of companies have already bounced out, such as Pepsi and Honda and that sort of thing. They're already gone. So basically what this means is that YouTubers are making a lot less money now. And it's nothing we can really do about it. It's not like we can up the quality of our content to replace, you know, this lost ad revenue. That's not really how that works. What we need to do right now is find a way to get these companies that were advertising back so it can get back to normal. But the thing is, if this continues for a long time, YouTubers aren't going to have the same return on investment that they would if these advertisers were still here, and you're going to have less content to watch as a result. So obviously this is a big problem, and YouTube is in a little bit of a jam right now, and the YouTubers that go along with it, including myself. So I have a decision I need to make, and I want to ask you guys. I'm thinking about starting up a Patreon page. So what this is you guys pledge a certain amount of dollars each month, and you get rewards by it. It's not like a donation thing where you just, you know, kind of just give me money and you get nothing in return. A Patreon is where you actually kind of get something for your money, and it's a very cool investment. Pretty much you're going to get cooler rewards the more money you pay. Now, the rewards I have not quite figured out yet, because I'm not even sure if I'm going to do this, but what I was kind of thinking about is maybe that one of the rewards could be that you could have like a private Discord chat with me. You could have access to that, and then if you pay a little bit more money, you could have like access to like weekly sub games and that sort of thing. Again, see, I don't have everything completely planned out right now, but if I do decide to take up this Patreon page, I'm going to take it very seriously and have cool rewards for you guys if you do want to help out and sort of support the channel. And that's where I want your opinion, because I don't think I didn't ever picture myself making a Patreon page, because I don't really do that, and that's not really my style. But if YouTube is going to continue to do this, I don't really have another choice. I'm kind of backed into a corner here, and you know, I just kind of need a way out of this. I need to know what to do. So honestly though, if YouTube makes an announcement soon, and if these advertisers start to come back and make their announcements that they're going to be advertising on the site again, I probably will not take up this Patreon page. This thing is kind of like a last resort in my opinion, just because this is something I don't really want to run on my channel, and I almost don't like the idea of it, but at the same time I really don't have another choice, and this is really all I can do at this point. So that's what I know about your guys' opinions in the comment section down below. Let me know your thing about this Patreon page, or if you have like any cool ideas for the rewards. I'm open to ideas. And again, ladies and gentlemen, this was not my first choice ever. This is, like I said, a last resort. I don't really like the idea of taking money from you guys. When you watch my channel, you get quite literally free entertainment. The only thing it costs you is your time. Even if you get an ad at the beginning, it doesn't actually cost you anything. And that's how I always want my channel to be. It shouldn't have to charge you anything to watch my channel whatsoever. And you know, this Patreon page, if I do end up making it, is only going to be for the people who, number one, should be able to responsibly afford it, and who really want to support the channel and kind of keep this thing going here. Because if YouTube keeps going the way it is, I don't know how long I'm still going to be able to hold myself on this website. Of course, I'm not going to do anything too drastic right now. I'm not really going to, you know, it's not super dramatic at the moment, but it's just one of the things that's in the back of my mind. It's there, and I'm thinking about it, and I just need a solution for this problem. And hopefully, you know, these advertisers come back to YouTube and get everything fixed, and I won't even have to make a video about this. Because, guys, I'm sorry, this was like literally half of the video. This wasn't even the subject of it. We were talking about the Apothicon Servant upgrade, but it just kind of turned into this this more important subject that I had to discuss with you guys. But that's just kind of where I'm at on this. If these advertisers don't say any words within maybe the next month and nothing changes within that time period, I'm probably going to have to start up this Patreon page if you guys are into it. But if you're not, I honestly don't know where I'm going to go from here. But I will let you guys know what's going on, especially on Twitter, stuff like that. So make sure to follow me. The link will be down below in the description. I think that's where you guys are going to get the most direct source of information from. You guys will probably hear about this more quickly than you would on a YouTube video. But I had to be flat out. I cannot lie to you guys about what's going on. And I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm a little bit concerned about the current state of YouTube. So I'm optimistic though. Hopefully everything does get fixed, and I'm going to hang in there as long as I can. But I need to know your guys' opinions about this whole thing, and what I should do going from here. Because I really do want to be able to live stream and make videos as much as I do right now. I don't want to have this to stop, and I'm sure you guys don't either, who are big fans of the channel. So let me know what your guys' opinions are, either on Twitter or in the comment section. I really just need your guys' feedback. And other than that, thank you everybody so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys very soon.